Buzz's Retirement Garage. Happy Saturday to everybody. Hey, I wanted to do this video as a follow-up to the Social Security, living on Social Security video that I did a couple days ago. Scott, in one of the comments, asked me, he thought it would be an idea to do a video of what happens if you're getting spousal, two Social Security checks, and one of the spouses passes away. What are we doing? Okay, so, and that's a great question. And so what does that actually mean? So in my video, I said that between my wife and I getting our Social Security checks, we're pulling in gross $37.83 now per month. Now taxes really don't affect us because, number one, Ohio doesn't tax Social Security, and I'm in Cleveland, Ohio, so we don't have to worry about that tax. The federal government taxes you they're going to basically cut that Social Security in half. So if we made $50,000 a year in Social Security, when you put it on your federal taxes, you're basically doing $25,000. So to get to a point where they're going to tax me, it's going to be up, you got to get up into the $60,000 range or something like that, and we're far short of that. So anyway, what happens if I pass away? Now, you know, like I said, we mentioned $37.83 is what we're getting total. Now, what'll happen is, from what I understand, and let me grab this, it might be easier to see. My wife will get my Social Security check. She'll lose hers. So she's going to get $25.23. Now remember, if you watch my video on retiring on Social Security only, we're basically, let's call it breaking even. So we're spending $37.83 a month. Well, now she's only going to get $25.23. So somehow I need to protect her and give her some extra income, so I carry a life insurance policy. Okay, we've had it since I was about 30 years old. It's a universal life policy that the premiums were actually paid with the interest back then. So we went years and years and years. We were fortunate. We went years and years that the premiums were paid. We didn't have to pay a premium at all for years. Not until recently in the last, I think, 5 or 7, 8 years, has it gotten to a point where I need to pay more and more and more. So for us, yes, she's going to be able to eat less, but the static costs of, you know, her health insurance is still going to be there. My health insurance obviously will not be needed any longer, so there'll be a savings there. The electric bill is going to probably be about the same. Like we said, the food bill is going to go down quite a bit. So, but she's still going to have water. She's still going to have one cell phone. She's still going to have expenses that, yes, it's going to reduce it, but will reduce it enough that she can stay in this house. She'll probably have to hire a lawn crew, take care of the yard that I used to do. Maybe she'll have to hire somebody to do those type of things, handyman to do certain jobs. So there's going to be a cost to that too. At any rate, so my insurance policy, so we spend, out of that $37.83, if you watch the videos, we spend about $3,600, give or take. So she's only going to get that $25.23. So she's got a bit of a loss there. Yes, she'll be able to reduce some of the costs. But I have a $200,000 life insurance policy on myself. I'm paying right now, I'm paying $160 a month for that policy. So you take that $200,000, divide that out, and she's going to get about 15 years worth of matching this number. Okay, So in other words, for 15 years, even though I'm gone with that 200,000 policy, she's going to still be able to spend $3,783 or $3,600 if she chooses to, if it works out that way. So that 200,000 is there. Now, why do I bring this up? Because if you don't have a life insurance policy, which a lot of people say, I'm getting a lot of comments that say it doesn't make sense to have a policy, you should only have term insurance, you should only do this and that. All good comments, but in my case, since I started in my 30s with a universal policy, that's where I'm at, okay? Trying to get term insurance, like let's say right now I tried to get term insurance, I'm gonna probably pay around $180 for 25,000. 25,000 would be nice, but it's not gonna cover her the rest of her life to live a lifestyle of $3,600 or $3,700 a month. So I think you need to look in your particular situation. If you have a spouse, maybe you ought to look at somehow covering him or her for the future. I mean, I think some people don't really think about that until it's too late. I'm glad Scott brought that up. It's been brought up a couple times in comments that, and I'm not telling you to run out there and get a life insurance policy, but maybe you have enough cash, maybe you have a pension. In some cases, pensions end when the pensioner passes away. In other cases, when you signed up for your pension, you took a little bit less so that your spouse can continue on with it. So if you don't know the status of your pension, you should look at that too and make sure, hey, how did I sign up for that? I don't remember. That was 25 years ago. I'm not really sure how I don't remember what we put down on there. Take a look at that and make sure your wife's going to keep getting that pension if you have one. But anyway, that's what I want to talk about today. Do you have a plan? Do you need a plan? Maybe, like I said, you don't have to because you have the cash. Or that spouse can downsize enough, maybe sell the house or take a reverse mortgage. There are things you can do, but in my case, when I pass, I want my wife to, until she finds a sugar daddy, I want her covered at least, and if she gets interest on that and reduces her cost, that money can last her 20, 25 years maybe. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to look like in this country in 25 years. Costs could be up, costs could be static, who knows. Anyway, Buzz's Retirement Garage. Food for thought. See ya.